He toppled the king, established an Islamic republic, and took America hostage for 444 days. Even today, Ayatollah Khomeini remains a powerful symbol of hostility towards the US. But there is more to Khomeini's legacy, one that involves the Ayatollah quietly courting two US presidents behind the scenes. The BBC has obtained these newly declassified US government documents showing that Khomeini was playing Cold War politics while calling for revolution. We now know, at critical moments in his long struggle for an Islamic republic, the Ayatollah secretly engaged the Americans, a fact never before made public. His first overture came in November 1963, when Khomeini sent a message of support to the Kennedy administration. Khomeini explained that he was not opposed to American interests in Iran. On the contrary, he thought the American presence was necessary as a counterbalance to Soviet and possibly British influence.
Khomeini clearly understood that the Shah stood at a very vulnerable moment, and he was trying to cash in. He was trying to make the Americans believe that he is the alternative.
Fast forward 15 years, and he reaches out to another US president, Jimmy Carter. This is January of 1979, the start of a year that would prove pivotal to both nations. Just weeks before Khomeini seized power, both sides were communicating through a secret back channel that had been authorized by Carter himself. And what both sides were saying flies in the face of what we thought we knew about those historic days. These documents reveal that the US was already bracing itself for a change in Iran, saying, "We do not say that the constitution cannot be changed." That meant possibly abolishing the monarchy. For his part, Khomeini assured in writing that the Islamic Republic would not jeopardize vital US interests, specifically that Iran would remain an American friend. The oil flow will continue after the establishment of the Islamic Republic. Also, his message said, "We will not act as an exporter of revolution." Even this pledge from Khomeini's emissary: "You can tell the American Jews not to worry about the Jewish future in Iran."
These documents reveal the cleverness of Ayatollah Khomeini. The message that he sends to Carter is perfectly tuned. He seems to know exactly what the American policy was at the time.
Khomeini is known to history as an uncompromising leader, but these documents show that in his long quest for power, he was tactically flexible. He played a moderate, even pro-American card to take control. But once change had come, he put in place an anti-American legacy that would last for decades. Kambiz Fatahi, BBC, Washington.
The degree of unpopularity of a regime, when the choice is total authoritarianism, totalitarianism, I should say, in the alternative government, makes one wonder whether you are being helpful to the people. And we've been guilty of that. Because someone didn't meet exactly our standards of human rights, even though they were an ally of ours, instead of trying patiently to persuade them to change their ways, we have, in a number of instances, aided a revolutionary overthrow which results in complete totalitarianism instead for those people. And I think that this is a kind of a hypocritical policy when at the same time we're maintaining a détente with the one nation in the world where there are no human rights at all, the Soviet Union. I did criticize the president because of our undercutting of what was a stalwart ally, the Shah of Iran. And I am not at all convinced that he was that far out of line with his people, or that they wanted that to happen. The Shah had done our bidding and carried our load in the Middle East for quite some time. And I did think that it was a blot on our record that we let him down. Have things gotten better? The Shah, whatever he might have done, was building low-cost housing, had taken land away from the mullahs and was distributing it to the peasants so they could be landowners, things of that kind. But we turned it over to a maniacal fanatic who has slaughtered thousands and thousands of people, calling it executions.
All right,
let's move on,
yes,
Barbara, because
let's get back to the president so I can have a little more decorum.
the
Thank
Shah
you.
of Iran. Now, looking back, a bad guy, Shah of Iran. Am I right about that?
He did a lot of good things for the country, and he did a lot of good things for women in the country. But look what happened since. It might have been
We were
better with him.
fully supportive of his regime in this country, right?
We kicked him out. We helped
kick him out.
We helped to kick him. We didn't stand by him.
We wanted him in, but then when it was time to go, we ushered him out.
That
That's how the Americans work.
That's what that
Yep.
that happens to a lot of us. Yes.
Anwar.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
Finally, it's time to put this sick new vape to the test. You all want to know what I'm about? I'm about chasing the fattest clouds and ripping the fattest vapes. Welcome to the Vape Nation.
you.
Vape Nation!